Konrad's news segment of the week. Today, we're breaking up our news into three different parts: world, Texas, and sports. So buckle up. Stay tuned. World news. Ukraine launched a strategic and calculated 117 drone strike against Russia, destroying more than one-third of Russia's carrying air force, including planes capable of carrying their nuclear warheads. These actions have damaged peace talks between the two countries. Boulder, Colorado, an attack against a pro-Israeli group with families. A man disguised as a gardener was setting up shop around the corner and threw multiple Molotov cocktails, injuring 12, including children. He was arrested and is facing life in prison and potential deportation as they're figuring that out. Regarding Texas news, Texas Senate Bill 25, this is really interesting, is set to be signed into law by Governor Greg Abbott in the coming days, which would require food companies to package a warning label on foods with the warning label saying not recommended for human consumption that have certain ingredients, i.e. vegetable oils, high fructose corn syrup, artificial flavors, and colorings. The bill has over 40 ingredients that are listed on there, and if your product has that, you would have to have a warning sign, very much like so in Europe and other countries. Other Texas news, according to users from Yelp.com, Austin, Texas is #1 barbecue city in the United States. Examples of highly rated barbecue restaurants in the Austin area include Franklin's Barbecue, Terry Black's, Interstellar Barbecue, Salt Lick, and the Michelin-rated La Barbecue. Sports, we're talking NBA playoffs. Game 1 starts on Thursday between the Indiana Pacers and Oklahoma Thunder, which has been a fantastic NBA series so far. Two teams that haven't made to the finals, or this will be their first time with a chance of winning a world title in the NBA world. Women's World Series softball starts today, or Wednesday, between Texas Tech and Texas. Texas Tech is ranked 12th. Texas is rated 6th. Texas Tech had a victorious outing against Oklahoma, which was a very fun, interesting game. If you like sports, that is a very fun game to watch the highlight reel too. And then Formula One is commencing on June 15th in Canada, which is always geared up to be a great race in Canada. So stay tuned for all of those sports news. Gentlemen, what do we think about the nerves? Yes.
My first comment.
Yes.
Barbecue.
I was going to say that.
Burnt Beans in Seguin, Texas was the #1 barbecue joint per
Yes.
Texas Monthly.
Yes.
I've personally eaten there.
And what did you think of it?
About 9.5 rating out of 10, my man. It
Really?
is. So when I was there, I've been there one time only. And we basically had a simple platter. So we had I'm not a big sausage guy, so I can't really comment on that. But we had pork, we had brisket, we had some chicken, we had, melt in your mouth, good, tender. We got there about 9:30 in the morning. We were fed at about 11.
Yeah.
So we probably had some of the first barbecue, not the back end of the barbecue, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like the fresh ones, yes.
Yeah, but it was still, man, burn-ins is good. But back to your thing, man, around town, Interstellar and Style Switch, man, 2 great places to go eat barbecue.
Phenomenal.
And in softball world, go Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Wreck 'em, baby. Let's go.
You know, and I love Texas, but I love the underdog story of Texas Tech coming back and beating Oklahoma, and now the opportunity to go against Texas. It'll be
It's going to be a great series. I just looked it up. They are in the top of the 3rd inning, 0-0.
cool. They're taking it to them. That's awesome.
One barbecue that I really love it is the Micklethwait barbecue.
Yes, that was also on the list.
Yeah,
that was
this
also
is
on the list.
They moved to a bigger place. Used to be like just a trailer, packed. 1 p.m. no more meat.
Yeah.
you'd have to, they would only have certain
Yep.
production. So I love that, and they still have the same profile. That's one of my favorite in town. I always take my friends there.
Now, where are they located at?
I don't know. I can.
He's been there, but he doesn't know where he went.
Yeah, because they changed it. It's in
Was it the food truck, or because they were saying
900 East 11th Street, Austin.
Okay,
So
11th Street.
So jump
pretty
on
much
the
downtown.
So jump on the barbecue train. You need a day trip. You need to plan it. I don't know if any of you have ever been there. Lexington, Texas. From here, it's hour and a half, 2 hours. Snow's Barbecue.
I've heard of Snow's Barbecue.
I've
They were
heard of
ranked,
that one.
They were ranked top 10 a couple years ago.
Snow's Barbecue. You get there it's kind of like Franklin's, man. You get there at 6, 7, 8 in the morning, wait in line. 11 o'clock, you might get some food, kind of thing. They're going to run out by 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
But it's really, really, really good. And another one to go to, and it's a little bit closer. It's out here on the other side of Taylor and Hutto. I can't remember exactly where it's at, but you can Google it up. It's called Seal Country Store. CELE, Seal Country Store. The actual building that Seal Country Store is in was used in First Hand Lions, the movie.
Oh, really? I love that movie.
So it's got some nostalgia and some history there, right?
Right.
That place, to my knowledge, and I could be wrong, is only open Friday and Saturdays. And the last time I was there, which has probably been 5, 6 years ago, and not because the food's not good, it's just I just hadn't taken time to go over there. But it's they serve barbecue, onions, cheese, pickles, jalapenos. You bring your side, you bring your beer.
Oh, really?
Oh.
And
Interesting.
it's a cool little joint to go to, man,
Interesting.
called Seal Country Store. And you call ahead and tell them, hey, there's 5 of us coming, there's 6 of us coming, and we want brisket and sausage, we want brisket and chicken, we want ribs and you tell them what you want.
I would always go for brisket
and
and
when
ribs.
you get there and it's your turn to sit at the table because you called in earlier and gave them the order, they bring everything to you in a big, like, wrapped up paper sack and just lay it on the table, and boom, there it is.
Huh.
Nice.
It's
And you bring your own booze?
Oh yeah, roll your ice chest in, brother. Let's go.
Nice.
See, and that's what I love about Texas, and obviously from California. Like, this was never. I know when I brought over my friends from California, and we went to Lake Georgetown, just as a little afternoon trip, go splash in the lake and stuff. Brought a cooler full of beer.
That
and they
lake's
were like,
good though.
and I love Lake Georgetown. And they're like, wait, you can drink at the lake? And it's like, shit, yeah, we can shoot guns here if we want to. Shoot fireworks, like, and they're just like,
If
whoa.
you-
Not if you're drinking.
If you're good, you can drink in your truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to them, it was another world, because in California, you cannot drink anywhere. I think there is only one specific beach in all of California,
Seriously.
and it's on Camp Pendleton, and that which is the Marine Corps base in San Diego, where you are allowed to drink alcohol on the beach. Other than that, beaches in California are protected zones or protected areas.
So can you drink on the beach if you buy? Is there somebody there selling alcohol, or is just no alcohol at all?
So they constructed, when I was getting out, a dedicated bar, so that you can buy alcohol there, but you would have to BYOB your stuff in there.
A whole nother reason Texas is better, man. You can just bring your ice chest anywhere you go.
That's the thing. In Miami, you go to the beach. If you want to drink, you have to put like on those bags, or those brown bags,
Yeah.
because you cannot show it. And then over here, you go to the beach over here on the Texas coast, and if you can't bring glass in a beer.
Well, that's a safety precaution. You don't want
exactly,
broken
but that's what I'm
glass on the
saying.
Yeah.
beach.
But you can drink.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm
All
saying.
day, all day.
And the restaurants are awesome. The food, it's always good, like fresh
Like
fish.
Pororez's?
So
Yeah, like
Yeah,
Pororez's,
fish.
Freeport.
Yeah.
Crazy
Freeport.
about fish there.
I love Freeport. It's like the restaurants and with the fish, it's like fresh fish.
So I'm
It's
in a-
like awesome.
So I'm in a room of guys that were not born and bred in Texas, right?
Right.
Correct. All of y'all are
Yeah,
not from
yeah.
here.
Exactly.
Mine is-
I identify as a
Hey,
Texan.
You identify as Texan, but I am born Texan. So my point on that is I've been here all my life, and it's been that way my entire life. I remember growing up as a kid, going to the beaches, man. My parents would roll in. We'd have an ice chest full of water and soda and beer and hang out on the beach. And I'm talking 7, 8, 9 years old. No, I wasn't drinking then, but my dad was. My parents were.
Yeah.
And it's nothing new. It's just that's the way of life around here.
You play ball. You play. Yeah. I mean, it's.
No, you just swim,
I like
you
Texas.
play volleyball, you do whatever.
I like going to the beach and then being able to do everything that we do in Brazil. The north of Brazil, the south of Brazil, the beaches are a little bit different. Like you can't drive your car, you can't park your car on the beach.
Right.
Only on the north of Brazil, which is very similar to Texas. So, and I've experienced that in Brazil, and then it's like, yeah, this is nice. So that's why that's the thing. You can park your car.
Yep.
And then you have a cooler in the back of the car if you want a truck or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
You bet you can.
put tents up.
In California, you got to be at least a mile away from the beach to protect native. I mean, there's probably some little stupid little creature that they're like, if you
Vegetation.
drive your car,
Vegetation.
A whole another reason Texas is better.
100%. Bro.
How do you think Santa Catarina is?
It's a whole other world right now, with how many people from international influences.
Investments.
I'm guilty of it, but international and just people from, immigrating from other parts of South America to that area. I know. My brother,
in Santa Catarina, you don't park your car on the sand. You park the car before the sand, just before.
Right.
And then you have a little bit of a vegetation.
Yes.
And then you go across.
The dunes, vegetation.
Yeah, and then you go across, and then you put a tent up.
Yes, but I mean, as an example, Itapema, which is the small city south of
awesome place. Been there.
Blumenau, Cumbaru.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been,
Camboriú.
but that's so
Camboriú.
Cumbaru.
Camboriú. Four syllables. Camboriú.
See, and I have the hardest time saying that.
Camboriú.
Camboriú.
Four. Camboriú.
Camboriú.
See, and you guys make it sound so fast.
Camboriú.
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 Yes, you end it with
Camboriú.
Yes.
perfect. Camboriú.
Yeah.
It's better.
Camboriú.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Chinga, me que tú no sabes.
That was
It's
a
good
fishing
though.
town.
It's good though. Yeah.
It was a fishing town.
It's really good. Yeah, I've been many times.
Yeah, well,
20 years ago, that was just a small little fishing town.
Yes.
Itapema was the same thing. It's just a small. Now it's the destination hot. I mean, right down where our apartment's getting built is a Hard Rock Cafe, the first in the world where it's built in the ocean. In the ocean, you have to walk up here, like a meter or so to get to.
What was the last time you've been there?
3 or 4 years, but I was in south of Florianopolis.
It changed. It has changed a lot.
It's so different now.
It's incredible. And even when we were there, all of the Catanese people were just saying like how Santa Catarina has just exploded with popularity. So many gauchos from Porto Alegre, so many Argentinians, Uruguayans, and other internationals.
Paulistas.
Everybody that you see, it's pretty. All the women are pretty. All the men are handsome.
It's an amazing mixture of Brazil with European influences. So you just get a whole bunch of different. I love Santa Catarina. That's probably my favorite place in Brazil. And I've
hands down.
I haven't explored all of Brazil, I will admit, but I have explored, a couple of different
in terms
cities
of nature
and states.
And
yes.
beaches.
George, where's the best place in Brazil to go that I can go fishing, have a beach, and play golf?
The three of them.
I have some rivers in the Amazon, in Maranhão State. It's awesome.
I mean, I don't mind driving a little bit to go play golf, or I'm not saying it's all got to be within like walking distance, but I'm saying
Amazon
well, but for an American person, Costa de Sauípe.
Good.
Yeah.
Or even Santa Catarina, you can
Bahia,
charter a boat,
right?
go into
Lots
the
of
ocean.
boats. I would go to Santa Catarina for the whole package.
Where?
Best Santa. I'll
In the
send
south.
you later.
In the south.
Send me the link.
Because you're gonna have, for me, the best beaches in a.
Well, I'm thinking I want to play some golf. and I want
Yes,
to go
Southern
fish,
Marina.
You find
Something
that
about
in
you
there. Yeah.
and my wife want to be on the beach. So
Yes.
I need those three things,
I
and I
think-
don't mind driving a little bit to
You
get
don't have
all
to do
that.
it too much. You don't have to do much.
That's fine.
Once you go, you're gonna rent a place. Then you're gonna have a golf course by the beach,
Yeah.
Perfect. Let's
Yeah.
go.
and then you're gonna go. You see,
So
I would
so
say that
we're-
this is the,
And it's
the
safe
best option.
as far as like the relativeness of like safe in Brazil. It's one of the safer.
That's the best
cities,
place to
safer
go to.
State.
Okay.
It's
well, no, I'm looking for new places to go. I mean, my wife and I have traveled Caribbean and Mexico a lot, been all over the place, and of course, we're going to Costa Rica this year, and we've never been there, either one of us. I've been to Belize, but not Costa Rica, and they're really close, you know. But in the years to come, I want to start traveling different places.
I know
And
the right people there.
a buddy of mine
Yeah.
goes to Brazil, and I've talked to him about stuff. So I want to talk. You know,
I was
y'all are-
gonna tell you, you go with the people that, like, for example, George tells you to. It's like he's gonna connect you with people, and then you go with them.
Let's go.
If you
They
wait a
always
couple of
speak
years,
English, they always speak English. They always are gonna give you the best, the best
Yes.
experience possible. They will figure out what you wanted before you get there. So I think
But I mean, I'm just telling you, we need beaches, we need fishing, we need golf,
That's it.
and cool people. I'm in.
you know what?
you wait a couple of years, and I got a place for you to stay. 'Cause
Yeah,
we're buying an apartment in a new complex
Rental.
that's being
Uh-huh.
built. So
Perfect.
I got
I'm
you
in.
a place to stay. It's right by the ocean.
From
so,
there,
I'm in.
you go
I'm in.
everywhere. From there,
Yeah.
you go everywhere.
yeah.
I'm in.
That's the
Investment.
thing.
And then let me tell you, you go there and go like, I need to buy an apartment in here, and then rent it out during the year, like Airbnb or whatever.
Well,
And then you reserve the time that you want to be there, and then you do.
well,
you
because
go.
one thing we're doing, we're in Costa, we're property searching, so we're looking.
Yeah.
And I've already looked in Belize, and I own in Puerto Vallarta, so it's just like we're looking.
Not a
at,
bad place.
No,
I like
It's
Puerto
not a
Vallarta.
bad place.
Yeah.
I can tell you all details on that later, but I bought a place at a really good price at a really good time in my life a few years back. So, but yeah, it's Belize and Costa Rica is my region of where I kind of want to end up at.
Cool.
That's awesome.
I want to touch a little bit on the Ukraine drone thing.
That's the wrong direction, sir.
I know. I just want to.
There's not a beach over there.
I know, but I would just want to
it's
ask because I
Freaking
haven't.
cold.
I only get my news from Konrad.
Yeah, so
Uh,
this was an attack that kind of came unprecedented, a surprise attack against Russia. Ukraine smuggled in these drones, and it's being labeled, at least from the Russian media, as their version of Pearl Harbor. Obviously, I don't believe there was lives lost, but it was a strategic effort that the Ukrainian military took these kamikaze drones and destroyed a vast majority of Russia's air force and military bases.
What is the? Do you know who the company that built those drones?
I do not.
Okay.
I know India is one of the largest suppliers and builders of drones in the world. Also, the United States is one of the biggest. There's a couple Middle Eastern companies out of the UAE, but I'm not sure.
Not French, because some French drones are also pretty good.
I'm not sure. I didn't know about that, but it's definitely put a huge stop in those peace talks that has been kind of trying to proceed. That President
Is
Trump has
that
been.
easing off at least?
Well, I mean,
Send it to me.
there has been escalations from both sides.
Yeah.
From both sides, they were fighting and arguing and fighting and arguing, and then it was Trump was trying to play the mediator between the two countries and be like, let's sit at a table, let's hash out the details, let's get this going. And then obviously with this latest one that just happened, I mean, that's a big loss. They're estimating over $1 billion worth of military assets have been completely destroyed by Ukraine. So it's not a good situation. So I think
we
it's
don't like
definitely-
war. Yeah.
Well,
But I just wanted to understand if that would put like an end of it.
well, I mean, I don't know if it's going to put an end to anything. I don't think it's going to, because the way that Russia operates, I almost feel like they are going to retaliate in some way, shape, or form. The issue with it is now that Ukraine, or the United States and Ukraine, has signed mineral deals and these deals to invest in the countries together. Now that Ukraine has done such a brazen surprise attack against Russia, it's one of those situations where, did the United States do the right thing in support of Ukraine and barter a deal with them if they're going to, surprisingly just do stuff like this when, President Trump for the longest time since taking office has said, my biggest goal is to bring peace between the two countries.
Area,
yeah. And then Ukraine behind their back does something like this. So
It was not supported by the U.S.?
Trump's never supported any of that.
Okay.
Or he says he hasn't supported any of that.
Hey, it says they hadn't.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
that's why I wanted to just to ask about that, because I know that he's not into war. He's more into peace. Even though people talk about him like being like,
let's peacefully figure this stuff out. Yep.
So it's definitely a complicated situation, especially now it is going to complicate this even more, especially when you're supposed to be having talks about, resolving the differences and ending this conflict between the two countries. It's now kind of like, one other thing that they have to deal with. So
who knows?
Yeah.
Well, hey, exactly. I'm about to get out of here for the night.
Well, let's wrap it up.
And I ain't trying to kill the night, but real quick while we're on air, I don't know how many people are watching this, right?
Right.
But I currently have not one, not two, but 3 trucks for sale.
Ooh.
Wow. So if you're interested,
well,
please let me know.
Send us the details. I'll spread it out to my network.
I will send you all details, but real briefly, there's a 2013 F-250 diesel, a 2001 F-250 diesel, and the best one of all, a 72 F-100.
I saw that one because you posted that one.
I did.
Beautiful. I almost felt like I'm going to call Paul right now.
Yeah. So they're all for sale. Y'all give me a holler. If y'all don't know how to get a hold of me, these guys do. And
beautiful truck.
I'll talk to you in details.
Yeah, that's
the diesels were old work trucks, great trucks, nothing wrong with them. I just merged businesses with Live Oak and don't really need them anymore. So get rid of them. 72.
That 72 is beautiful. I saw that post.
Beautiful truck, my man.
Awesome. I was like, why are you selling that?
I'll tell you right now. The wife wants a 71, not a 72. I can't fight that. I got to sell it.
That truck is awesome. It looks great.
No, it needs a transmission, but other than that, it's a good truck.
Cool.
Thank you very much for joining us. Like,
comment,
subscribe.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.